Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? I record and publish podcasts on a platform called Spotify for Podcasters, and I absolutely love it. Essentially, you can upload from your phone or computer, and it distributes to every platform that plays podcasts. They support video podcasts, and you can make money on the platform with ads or even podcast subscriptions, something that has made my life so much easier as a podcaster. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcast app, or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started on your podcast today. Welcome to the ChatGPT podcast. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Each episode, we dive into the latest developments in the exciting field of artificial intelligence, exploring its applications and potential impacts on our daily lives. The innovation in AI right now is absolutely exploding. If you want to stay on top of all the insane disruptions and innovation that's happening right now, you need to subscribe to our newsletter on AIBox.ai. We send you daily everything that is happening, the news and the crazy advancements in AI technology straight to your inbox for free every single day. So go to AIBox.ai, subscribe, and stay ahead of the curve on the world of AI. Something that has been in the news lately is how ChatGPT is going to affect the music industry. And I think this is, it's been in the news lately because David Guetta, the famous DJ, recently used ChatGPT to write him the lyrics in the style of Eminem. And then he found a music AI online to write him some beats, and he put the two together. He played it at a concert. The crowd went wild. It's very interesting. I highly recommend going and looking up the clip. Very viral on Twitter. But it brought up a lot of questions people have about AI's impact in music and where that's all going. And in this case in particular, people that were kind of concerned about it, like David Guetta, obviously is not going to release this to the public because he said specifically like make this in the style of Eminem, so that'd be kind of like stealing Eminem's copyright or whatever. But at the end of the day, David Guetta says, AI is just another tool for music producers that kind of have their own taste and their own style that they can use. So it's, that might not go public, but it wouldn't surprise me if in the future, as he says, musicians are just using the best tools they have. And so in his opinion, this AI is kind of like the new frontier, the new tool that these musicians have when they're trying to create content and create music and whatnot. So very interesting. I also think that this is something for me I have actually been using for a very long time. I think it's been about 5 years since maybe 4 or 5 years since I've first been using AI to write music. A long time ago, I used to use AI to make, like simple, relaxing piano songs. I used to post those on Spotify. That was like one of my first kind of online businesses I did. And to this day, I have AI generated music on Spotify. I don't think I get paid very much or anything from it because it sounded pretty terrible at the time. I imagine in 5 years it's gotten a lot better. Inevitably, I just opted for hiring my friends to just play the piano for an hour, and then I would clip that up into songs. They'd say, sure, use the rights, whatever for it. They just freestyle relaxing piano music. I'd post that on Spotify. And to this day, I think there's an album that makes me like $500 a month of just that. So it's pretty interesting. It's definitely a space, that was monetized a long time ago, so people are using. However, back then, I really don't think the AI was that good. It all sounded kind of funny, but, 5 years ago, if AI was generating music, it was super mind-blowing. In any case, on the podcast today, I really wanted to dive in a little bit about ChatGPT's role in all of this. And I think that it's going to be pretty profound because I have I've talked to musicians before that have said they use ChatGPT to go and write the lyrics to a song. They said, like, I would like a love song about a boy and a girl in a long distance relationship and yada, yada, yada. They like kind of give an outline of the idea of what they want it to be about. ChatGPT wrote the whole song. And then afterwards, and also like musicians are going to get so in depth with these prompts. They're going to like say like use really creative words, use ideas and similes that people haven't thought about, like make it not cliche. Like people are just going to go so in depth on these on the prompts for this kind of stuff that I really think it's going to be very powerful. And in addition, the artists that I originally talked to that did that, they were just using it to make like a TikTok. Like, this doesn't obviously produce music either, but afterwards they said, write me the chords to the song. So after ChatGPT came up with the lyrics, they said, write me the chords to the song. They played it on the guitar and sang it, and the song sounded like fairly decent, completely original, nothing I'd ever heard before. You could like Google the lyrics. They were not plagiarized from anywhere. They just kind of came up based on the concepts that they gave them. So I think this is going to be a really powerful area in music, where ChatGPT is actually going to be used to write a lot of lyrics. It's going to help people come up with concepts. It's going to help people come up with chord progressions and unique sounds. And also, this all comes on the back of just a couple days ago, Spotify announced that they were launching a new AI DJ. So like these big tech companies are incorporating these AI tools right into their platforms. This is going to be very big. I predict that every music company in the future is going to have AI tools built into them. Even like the distributors that are distributing this music are going to have AI tools built in for artists to, maybe more quickly generate unique album covers. Like, think about it. Like, these image generators, a lot of people laugh at them because they make like, I don't know, like they give you like 6 fingers or something sometimes. So they're not like perfect, although Midjourney is pretty dang good at that. But people are going to be using these image generators to generate art and using them for album covers. Album covers are already kind of like this haphazard piece of artwork anyways, with kind of random things cut out and stuff. But all of that being said, it is interesting because there was just a lawsuit settled between a book writer and the United States Copyright Office, where they said that people cannot copyright images generated by Midjourney. So I think that's going to play into it. People won't be able to just use Midjourney to generate their artwork now, I'm assuming, unless people just do it and don't tell anyone that Midjourney generated it, and maybe they take something, or maybe if they want to be completely legit, you could get Midjourney to come up with a concept, send it over to a human artist who now like has this concept and can work on it a lot faster and generate you a variation of that. So I think there'll be a lot of different things that people do specifically in the music industry. But I think this is going to be big. It's going to be big for lyrics. It's going to be big for music. It's going to be big for the artwork, and all the way down to like what to title a song. You could throw all the lyrics to a song in and say, what would you call this? And, get ideas from ChatGPT, or say, here's my 10 tracks. Which one do you think should be, like, what do you think I should call the album? Assuming you're not just naming it whatever the most popular track is. So I think this is going to be pretty interesting. ChatGPT can automate a ton of stuff. And, if you get ChatGPT to write you the chord progressions, you can also throw that into other AI tools that can then generate the music. So it's like ChatGPT essentially can compose music. And from what I've seen so far, like, it actually does a good job of making it sound good. Now, ChatGPT probably doesn't know it sounds good. It's just saying, like, based off of millions of songs I've seen online, I'm trained, and I think that, like, this progression might sound good. But it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the space. I think this is going to be very disruptive for music. If there's anything I missed here, make sure to follow me on Twitter. And let me know what you think ChatGPT is going to do for the music industry, or let me know if there's any other topics I should cover on this podcast. If you are looking for an innovative and creative community of people using ChatGPT, you need to join our ChatGPT creators community. I'll drop a link in the description to this podcast. We'd love to see you there, where we share tips and tricks of what is working in ChatGPT. It's a lot easier than a podcast, as you can see screenshots, you can share and comment on things that are currently working. So if this sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the comment. We'd love to have you in the community. You've been listening to the ChatGPT podcast. Make sure to rate us wherever you listen to your podcasts, and have a fantastic week.